So my game of the year is probably not something you'd expect. I really haven't made any videos on it at all. I barely streamed it maybe once or twice. And normally you'd expect me to probably say Expedition 33 or Silksong, and you'd be right. And this is probably gonna ruffle some feathers, but I just wanted to give love to something that in my eyes flew under the radar for a ton of people. Brace yourselves. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Now hold on, let me explain, because I know this game is not the most deep thought process or frustrating boss passing game in the world, but it's been a seriously long time since I felt serotonin shoot all the way through my veins, and I've had nothing but a good time playing it. And I'm not saying games like Expedition or Silksong don't give me dopamine, they do, but I'm just going off a pure fun aspect where the game is what it is, and you either love it or you hate it. The last time I actually really remember feeling this was when Fall Guys came out for the first time, and everyone was playing it, including me, and it was just so fun. I remember playing with my friends. There was just something about it that made me feel genuinely happy when I started playing it. Now I know Sonic is not everyone's cup of tea, but I really do believe that if you've ever had fun playing a game like Mario Kart, you will have the same, if not more fun playing Cross Worlds. A lot of you might not know this, but I actually used to be like a monster at Mario Kart Wii. I played it a lot. If you made like a grand pie chart showing all the games I've ever played my entire lifetime with the hours I've played, Mario Kart would be a visible piece of it. Yes, I was a meta slave at one point and I played Funky Kong on the bike, okay? I admit it. But I also won a lot of game battle tournaments, so anyone in their 30s, you might remember that website. But it's really been a long time since anything's ever captured the magic of those days. Like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was fun to me, but it never hit that level, you know? And for any of you Mario Kart fans watching this, I'll admit it, I actually didn't play Mario Kart World yet. I will eventually. But it wasn't until Sonic Racing Cross Worlds beta came out that I actually tried a racer for the first time in years. And the experience was just absolute peak. It was so fun, I loved it. It made me decide that I was gonna definitely buy the game when it came out. Now, I am a Sonic fan and I do like Sega, so I'm gonna be a little biased just based on the fact that I can either race with Shadow the Hedgehog or Miku. But there are really two things that this kart racer does that kind of separate it from other ones that I played that make it super fun. To start, it just makes you feel fast. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the camera angle. I know they have some kind of dynamic angle camera setting. I don't know if it's the speed lines on the screen going on, or the visual effects, or the little meter down there tricking my brain, but something makes this kart racer feel super, super fast. Like I'm legitimately going at 200 miles an hour at top speeds in the game. Whereas a lot of other kart racers kind of have a hard time capturing that feeling. Sometimes it happens when you use a boost, but in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, it can really feel like I'm just going this fast just because. Almost all the maps that you're racing on, excluding the flying ones, which we should get rid of, in my opinion, really complement the fast nature of Sonic Racing. And if you don't have trouble controlling your kart going at speeds like this, you can use the perk system that's in the game to give different perks for your machine, which are just like different upgrades or different ways that you can play the game. If you're good at drifting and going fast, you can get all these drifting perks. If you want to prioritize speed items, you can do that. If you want to be an absolute dickhead and spawn in a monster truck at the start of a race, you can do that if you want. I certainly didn't do that. Who would do that, you know? This game is so easy. I think there's probably only two ways this game can feel turtle pace, is if you purposely pick one of the slow speeds, and god it is slow. Or, like I mentioned earlier, if you're on the flying ones, those can feel a little slow as well. Listen, all I'm saying is when you see Magma Planet in the trailer, they're showing one thing and it's leaving. Typically, I personally don't really care to be the fastest in the race because I like to get behind and, you know, get a little drill, which is like a bullet bill, takes you past a lot of other people, and maybe you could save it for the last lap and activate it from third place and, oh, you know, I won. That's weird. I don't know how that happened. Which kind of brings us to the other side of what really hooked this game into my dopamine receptors, is that even if you get absolutely just ran over by everyone, bullied, thrown off the map, lapped 2 times, you can still catch up from last place. It doesn't really ever feel like it's totally over. and there's a lot of room for upsets. I've literally sat, gotten lapped by everyone in the race, got one of the drill bullet bill things, and made it all the way back to like 7th place. Even if I'm on the opposite end getting passed by someone who was just in last, I just really like the randomness of the game. And I'm sure there's some kind of meta for people who are in the legend rank, which is the top rank in the game, but this gives a lot of room for just trying out weird niche machine perk setups, and winning just because you happen to get better items happens a lot sometimes. And it might sound like there's no skill to be honed here, but there are builds that reward things like, I think it's called technical drifting, which I don't really know too much about. And if you're really good at using things like the extreme gear, which is similar to the bikes in Mario Kart, there's a huge amount of options for you to try, and they're always adding new stuff during events and everything that you can get there too. Now, this isn't really supposed to be a full review for Crossworlds or anything like that, but I just wanted to mention that the crossover tracks and the characters have been incredible. The way the tracks like flawlessly mix between going through different ones in a single race, keep it super fresh, it's just really enjoyable. I haven't really encountered any bugs with it, and it feels very, I don't know how they did it, but it feels great. But hey, listen up. If you don't start giving the DLC characters some of their own voices, we're gonna have a problem. Next year, I better see Aang with his own voice. I don't want to hear some wind noises whenever he gets an item, okay? Give him his own damn voice, and also one of the cards better be Appa. Anyways, from what I've heard, this game's done pretty well and overshot a lot of the projections by Sega, but at the end of the day, I really do feel like the price tag kind of holds it back from having a really huge player base. I personally feel like it's worth the price tag, but a lot of people nowadays are just really not willing to spend that amount of money unless it's like on a really big sale or free, which, you know, I get it. But it does seem like there's a huge content plan for this game, so looking at the game's roadmap, there's a ton of characters that they're planning to add. They've already added characters like Joker from Persona, Steve, Alex, and Creeper from Minecraft, and then I think recently SpongeBob and Patrick, and then the character from Knights. They're adding all sorts of stuff. So I really do hope this game continues to evolve because I really do enjoy playing it a lot. This year was a great year for games. There was a ton of amazing stuff to play. A lot of people say, oh, there's no games coming out. Honestly, if you think that, you need to try more games because I wish I had more time. There's just too many damn games to play. I want to try out a lot of them. But instead of going with the obvious choices for, you know, my games of the year, a lot of you know what I voted for and what won and all that stuff. I just wanted to talk about a game that I really enjoyed, which was Crossworlds. It just stood out to me as a really fun game, and I don't regret buying it at all. I don't regret spending time on it. I hope that it goes on sale and more people play it. And if you are watching this and you want to try it, this is not sponsored. Sega, if you want to send me one, you know, this is free advertising, I would try it. It's a fun kart racer. And if I had to pick a sleeper pick for my game of the year this year, it would be this one. I just revamped my YouTube memberships, so this is the new credits screen. Thank you to all the members who decided to hop on early. If you want your name here, you can click join down below and join. And then a huge special thank you to our first Calamari tier member, DJ Foxbox. If you want to see my review for the other games of the year that I had, Expedition and Silksong, you can check it out right here.